Hello, everyone, and welcome to an interview with Dr. Anna, where we amplify the voices of doctoral women. And today, it really is a huge honor, and I'm just so excited because I haven't seen her for so long, to welcome Dr. Lenese Stevens.
Yeah,
Hey, Dr. Stevens, how are you?
I'm doing so well. It is so good to see you.
Oh, God.
It is so good to
uh,
lay eyes on you. It has
you
been a
too.
while, and
I
so I
know.
feel honored that you reached out. And when I got the
Oh, good, good. So wait, how you doing with the whole pandemic thing, COVID-19?
you
Are
know,
you well? How's your family doing?
yeah, you know what? My family has been really blessed,
Good,
and all are well and healthy.
good.
And I just know that we all are in this. Like we, as licensed therapists within the helping profession, we're not exempt
Yeah.
from it. So I really had, in the beginning I was excited because I looked at it as like, oh, this is a snow day, like
Oh gosh.
to work from home. And
Yeah.
like, when was the last time we got to work from home? I never get to work from home. But over time it was like I miss the energy that is
Yeah.
exchanged between my clients, and that's the biggest piece that keeps our clients coming back to us, is
Yes.
that energy exchange. So I know I did have some down moments.
Mm.
However, through my faith practice and, staying in contact with girlfriends and doing those Zoom happy hours and Zoom calls, and just being innovative, reading more, cleaning out closets that I didn't know that I needed to clean out.
Mm.
That really did shift my attention and my ability to still stay energized.
That's wonderful. That's
Yeah.
wonderful. And how did your business do?
Yeah,
Did you
business.
find that you had more clients, and how did you
Absolutely.
adjust to that?
Absolutely. Business wise, I really am blessed. And I think we all are blessed in this profession to be able to provide the support and the motivation and
Hmm.
the encouragement, and to enhance people's quality of living during this time. And it's not just the fact of it being COVID. We had a layer of crises happening, from health to financial to mental health to cultural crises. So to be able to penetrate all those layers and support people through that,
Absolutely.
I'm grateful that I have the ability, and I have the strong team that does that. I
Mm.
did expand a lot,
Okay.
not just
And what's your current what's it called? Your current
Hopeful
practice?
Counseling,
Okay.
and we're located in the DMV area. We have
Okay.
offices located in Lanham, Maryland, as well as White Plains, Maryland, and
Okay.
soon to be opening an office in Northern Virginia. So
Wonderful.
everything has been virtual,
Okay.
and I brought on a couple of licensed therapists, and I still work with the interns at the surrounding schools. And so
Mhm.
I look at the interns. They're like my babies. They're babies, and so babies need attention and care, and you meet their needs, and they depend upon you. So I really have been having a good time working with them.
Mhm, mhm,
I
mhm.
am tired. I'm not gonna lie, because when
Yeah,
you have
yeah.
kids, you do get tired. So
It's a lot of responsibility, you
it
know?
is,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
and I'm up for the challenge. And
yeah.
I meet with them once a week, and I just see the growth that they've had, some from the beginning to just
Mhm,
now. Like, even what, 8 weeks in, I'm just so amazed to see how much they are so like sponges and wanting to learn everything. And so,
mhm.
education gets me excited, learning gets me
Wonderful.
excited. And so when I see them excited, it's like, yes, I'm doing something right.
That's wonderful, and they're so lucky to have you too.
Oh,
Wow.
thank you. Thank
That's
you
wonderful.
so
Yeah.
much. Thank you.
Okay, so we're gonna pivot a little bit and sort of talk about your PhD journey. So what was your motivation of getting a doctorate? Did you always want to get a doctorate, or did it come to you later in life?
That's a good question. I know when I was younger, when you're
Mhm,
a little kid, you want to be a doctor, and so
mhm,
that was. And my older sister is a pediatrician, so that's possibly
Mm.
where I got the whole doc. I want to be a doctor from. And as I got older, that idea was not so prominent for me. Like when I went to when I went to undergrad and when I went to grad school, I was like, okay, I'm good with a master's.
Mhm,
But
mhm.
when I graduated, it was something about that licensure piece where you had to get those, if you didn't do the 60 credit program,
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
extra courses for licensure. And I was like, oh, well, I got to go back and do these extra classes. And I was like, okay, well, I said, well, why not just get another degree? Like, if I'm going to go for it,
Why
go,
not?
why not? So, and that is literally how my doctoral program, my journey started. I was like, well, if I'm going to go and pay for these classes, then why not just move forward with the highest degree that you can get? And then
Good.
also on the flip side, I like to teach.
Mhm,
And I like to teach in a sense of I don't want to always be within the classroom teaching. This is why I like working with interns,
mhm,
because it's a broader span of teaching.
mhm.
And so I said, okay, well, this degree will definitely afford me opportunities within higher education.
Yeah,
And so those were the two factors that played into why I went and moved forward with my doctoral degree journey and securing my degree.
that's wonderful. And once you got there, how did you push through?
Oh, honey, my story. I will tell anybody my story because I don't. A lot of people don't know what I endured, and I remember. And so I graduated with my master's in 2011, and I went straight into the doctoral program,
Okay.
and I was in it for 2 years. So by 2013, I remember getting a notice saying that my financial aid was had ran out, and I was like, "What?" I was like, "Financial aid that lasts forever and ever. Like, what do you mean it ran out?" And they were like, "Yeah, you only have like $500 more left." And I'm like, "What?
Wow.
Like, that's just not like really like it's not just endless." And so I had to stop the program, and it really devastated me because that was something I've never given up on anything. I've never stopped anything. I've always pushed through and secured. If I said I want to do it for myself, I've always finished it for myself. And so that was a really
Hmm.
it was hurtful.
Mhm, mhm.
However, it came at a time where I had just got licensed, and I said, well, I can use this opportunity to get some career experience and really get some, get some footing behind me and get that experience and exposure. So I shifted my energy to working in the field and developing my clinical background and clinical experiences and my trainings and seeing where I wanted to gain my expertise. So even though I had ended one journey, I started another one.
Mhm,
And I remember attending uh, an ACA conference,
mhm,
and it was in Florida. And one of my good girlfriends now, Dr. Sadiqa Long,
mhm.
she says, "There's no reason why you should not be finishing in this program." And I'm like, "Huh? Like what?" I'm here in Florida at the conference,
Yeah, having a
volunteering,
good time.
good time. And she's like, and she said it with such passion
Yeah.
and conviction.
Mhm, mhm,
And I really felt it. And I said, okay. I said, well, when I get back, I'll look and see what do I need to do.
mhm.
And so, again, still working in my career, I had
Yeah.
lots of opportunities and exposures and a lot of leadership opportunities afforded to me. So I was like, okay, school can still be put on hold.
Mhm.
But when I'm a woman of faith and I'm a believer. When God puts things on your heart and the Holy Spirit puts things on your heart, He will not move it until you do it.
Yes.
And I remember the second time around, I remember being at Maryland Counseling Association, and I think I would plan their conferences, their annual conference,
Yeah.
and I remember being at the annual conference one year, and Dr. Q, Taquina, Dr. Q,
Mm,
she says, "When are you coming back? There's no
mm,
reason you should not be finishing this program." And I was like, like, what is going on? And
All these angels are telling you.
all these angels were literally talking to me, and
Mhm.
I firmly do believe, my higher power belief is that, my Lord will talk to me in any which way He can.
Mhm.
And so after I had spoke to Taquina, and I said, okay, I'm gonna see what I need to do. Like, I'm really gonna do it this time. And so I reached out and I said, okay, what do I need to do? And basically, I paid out of pocket for my entire educational journey for my doctoral degree. This is why it's so sacred for me, and I have such pride in it because, number one, nobody can take this from me. I earned this. I earned this. No one can take any forms of education from us. Number two, when you dedicate your financial when you're financially committed to it, I mean, and I'm not talking about a few $100s. I'm talking about
I
a
know.
financial
I
commitment,
know.
a
Yeah.
monthly financial commitment.
Thousands and thousands of dollars. Yeah.
Yeah, it takes on a different feeling,
Yeah.
and the dedication. And this is why I strive to make sure I share what I know with everybody,
Mhm.
because I know that that experience, and that experience is not afforded to everyone.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, so my journey was not as straight and narrow as people think, and
Mhm.
they see the remnants of what I have secured for myself with my degree
Yeah.
finishing, and they look, oh, it was easy for you. No, it was not. Let me tell you, it
Mhm.
was, excuse me, it was really a challenging process, and it was a lot of tear-filled nights where I just didn't know how. And I said,
Yeah.
okay, it got to the point I said, all right, I'm just gonna have to pay for this, and suck it up and get on a budget.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and I did just that. I financed the remainder of my degree program.
I imagine that there were so many sacrifices that you had to make
Yeah,
during that time. Yeah.
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 I remember, and I don't even know how I did it.
Mhm.
Again, the grace of God.
Yeah.
I think I had like 4 jobs.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, and that, and again, the
You had
rotation.
four, wait, you had four jobs and then you had to do your doctorate?
Yes,
Okay.
yeah, yeah.
You've got to share. How how does
Again,
one juggle that? That is amazing. That is amazing.
that's the thing. For me to tell you how to do it, I could not.
Yeah. Okay.
That is all of the prayer that I had for myself. That's the prayer that others prayed for me. And I let people know what I was doing because I wanted them to know, hey, this is something big for me. So I need you
Mhm.
to check in with me. I need you to see if I'm okay. I need you to pray for me. I need, if I call and ask, hey, can you give me an encouraging word?
Mhm.
This is what I'm needing right now. So I don't think the juggling piece was so much for me because,
Mhm.
again, as a woman, if you want to do it, you're going to do it, and you're going to find a way to do it.
Mhm.
And but it was more so I know I needed to remain motivated, and that was how I called upon the people in my life to continually motivate me. And if I wanted to complain, they let me complain. If I needed to
Mhm.
cry, they let me cry. But
Wow.
after I wiped my tears and finished complaining, they said, okay, now what do you need to do to get to the next phase? And it's like, oh, okay, well, all right, well, now that I got all that out, I know what I need
Mhm.
to do.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
so I had a lot of support, a lot
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
support.
Yeah. Yeah. And I've done a few of these interviews already, and it sounds like the collective um, thing is that social supports are very, very important. And, a higher power.
Yes.
Not everybody says God, but a higher power is
Yeah, yeah,
something that has been very, very much a part of getting through this process.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And another piece that really, I didn't realize was beneficial, but during that time was exercise.
Mm,
I maintained an exercise routine at 5 a.m. I was in the gym and spin class at least 3 to 4 times a week because that
wow.
was how I kept my energy. That was how I was able to say, all right, I can sleep well at night because I've been up since the crack of dawn,
Mhm.
and I can get a restful night's sleep. So exercise really helped in addition to prayer life, my religious beliefs and
Mhm,
religious practices,
mhm,
and just being dedicated to this.
mhm, mhm, mhm.
And then also telling myself this is not going to last long. It's
Yeah,
going to end.
it's just for a moment.
It's going to end.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
So moving into that same realm, what advice would you give anybody who was trying to go into that path? Anybody who was thinking about a doctoral program? Anybody who was kind of thinking about going into that sort of path? What sort of advice would you give them?
I definitely will let my women know you're entering into some uncharted territory.
Mm,
And just know, number one, you're entering into some uncharted territory, but at the same time you're not alone.
mhm,
You're not alone. And it's very important to find your tribe,
mhm,
because this is what you're going to need to get through those months, those years, those semesters, those years while pursuing this degree. So if you find your tribe, just know that let that be your resting space.
mhm,
I also would say get some exercise into this, because this is a high stressful time. And I don't know about you, but with me, if I'm stressed, I'm grabbing some ice cream or some chips, and that's and that's not always going to be the best way to deal with stress. So I
What's your
highly
favorite, what's your favorite flavor? Sorry, just ice
Oh,
cream.
okay. Right now, I am on. Back in the day during school, it was pistachio ice cream.
Yum, yum.
Like at the
Yeah.
best pistachio ice cream.
Mm, mm,
Right
mm.
now, I'm not so much. My brother introduced me to Ben and Jerry's
Oh, they're
American.
all good.
I
Plus, they're
never.
activists.
I We need more of this in the house. So yeah, so Ben and Jerry's definitely was one that I'm on now, but yeah, finding a tribe,
Yeah.
developing aspects that's going to allow you to have solidarity,
Mhm, mhm,
and let that be in the form of exercise, let that be in the form of your prayer life or whatever your religious practices are.
yeah.
um, Meditation was one that I got into, and it wasn't and meditation, people think, oh, if you meditate everything's going to be all right. No, that's you can come out of meditation and still feel anxious and still feel bothered.
Mhm,
However, for that moment of clarity that you're able to shift your attention to
mhm,
something else,
mhm,
and allowing yourself to experience your environment through
mhm,
your other senses and not just your brain and your eyes. And so aromatherapy helped me. um, just massages helped me. Just
mhm,
anything
mhm,
that allows that isolative moment for
mhm,
you to collect and gather yourself.
mhm,
So
mhm.
those things that I would I would that I would suggest and recommend to any woman entering into, actually just not even women, just any person.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
say I
yeah.
say women because we tend to take a lot and do things on our own.
Mhm,
And this
mhm.
is the process where you need the support of
Yeah,
others.
yeah,
Yeah. And
absolutely.
and
Thank you.
sometimes I'll see men who enter into the program. Men will ask.
Oh
Yeah.
God,
And I'm like,
that's
is
quite
that
an observation.
is that easy for you? And I'm over here asking, okay, so let me start taking.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, so noticing how we navigate, how the genders navigate
Mhm,
differently,
mhm.
and just realizing that can really be an enhancement and a support during this program.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
That's very sage advice. Thank you so much.
Mhm.
So the last question is, what's your favorite quote? And what why is it your favorite quote? And how has it motivated you?
So I have more than one. Actually, I have
Be my guest to say how many?
three. The
Okay.
first the first is a Bible verse, and it's trust in the Lord with all thine heart and lean not into thine own understanding. And that right there when I say it grounds me so much, it lets me know that this is not about me. This is
Mhm.
about
Mhm.
fulfilling the calling that has been placed over my life
Mhm.
and fulfilling the connections that that have been meant to be made,
Mhm. Mhm.
good, bad, and indifferent.
Mhm.
So that really, um, whenever I need something to just recenter myself, I recall upon that, and I even have it in my home. I have some wooden steps, and I have it written on the stairs.
Layers.
Yeah, so I read it every time I
Every
go
step.
home. Every step.
Mhm.
So that's my first one. The second one, this is I found this quote. I had to been an undergrad,
Mhm.
and I still don't know who the author is. I've Googled it for years and I still cannot find out who the author is. And the quote says, um, being happy doesn't mean that everything's perfect. It
Mhm.
means you've decided to see beyond the imperfections.
Mm.
Mhm. And I said, "Oh yeah, I still don't know
Who
whose
wrote it?
quote this
Okay.
is." But being happy, all of us want to aim to be happy,
Mhm.
and we do think if we're happy, everything has to be in line, and it's like no,
Mhm.
things can be messy, and I can still be happy. Both can be true, and that's something that helped me to realize, okay, I don't. Everything does not have to be perfect for me to be happy.
Mhm.
It can be messy and I can still be happy. Um, so that's that. And then the last one is I have confidence in myself. I'm ready for everything that life offers me.
Oh, wow.
And that's a card. I just pulled it up because I keep it on my desk.
Oh, wow.
One of my clients gave that to me. They're like, "Yeah, Dr. Stevens, you're so confident." I was like, "You think I'm confident?" And I'm like, "Yeah." I said, "Well, I have my days. I am human." And they say, "Yeah, but you're ready for whatever life brings you." And they gave me that, and I was like, "Wow, thank you." And so I keep that at my desk and read that every so often.
Yeah. Isn't it wonderful when clients see something in you?
Oh my
And you're like,
gosh.
what?
I know. I just like in my mind, I'm like, I'm just doing good.
Yeah.
That's what I'm here. I'm just doing good. And thank you for pulling that out and noticing it out. But wasn't even thinking that. I'm just thinking I want to do good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. And you are doing good.
Thank
Uh,
you.
so again, thank you so much for doing this.
Yeah.
I know you are a very, very, very busy lady.
Oh,
Again, your program,
full counseling.
hopeful counseling, you guys. Okay.
Yes, Hopeful Counseling, and
Okay.
you can definitely visit us at hopefulcounseling.org. And
Okay.
I have a great team of therapists and interns with me. I could not have asked for a greater team.
Mhm.
And we have lots of things in the works right now. I do Mindfulness Mondays for
Okay.
individuals who are wanting to meditate and learn about meditation.
Mhm.
I am a mindfulness based stress reduction instructor. So I do a lot of mindfulness teachings and groups. And then we're starting to add a lot more group therapy
Okay.
into the practice, especially given the adjustment that's getting ready to happen with people possibly returning to work.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
then also, I had a create an idea of, I said, Black women in leadership, we need a support group.
Tell
We
me about it.
we need support
Yeah.
group. So that's something that I'm hoping to bring forth to the masses and see if who would like to join or to be a
Yeah.
part of.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let us know. Let us know so we can amplify that.
Thank you. So
Because we
yeah,
can
so
all,
we have some
yeah.
great things happening.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
wonderful. Wonderful. Okay. Well, thank you again. And it's
Thank
always
you.
a pleasure seeing you. And
Yeah.
thank you for all the work that you do.
Oh, thank
It's very much appreciated. And I continue to wish you all the success in the world.
you.
And I hope to see you very soon.
Yes, it would be such a pleasure to see you. So good to see you. Thank you for offering this platform.
Absolutely.
This,
Absolutely.
this is
This is,
a great way to highlight what the processes are like for us, and I truly appreciate you for that.
you're welcome. You're welcome. Take care.